to the heart of Adventureland. It can get pretty wild in these parts, especially if you run into Captain Jack Sparrow. He's hiding out among those scurrilous pirates of the Caribbean. But whether you're boarding a boat for the Jungle Cruise or flying on Aladdin's magic carpets, when you visit Adventureland, bring an extra dose of bravery. As for me, I'll stay safe and sound right here aboard my train, if you don't mind.
Yeah, folks, please keep your legs inside the train, please. Legs inside. Thank you.
We're almost out of the woods, folks. We're coming up on the most magical of lands, Fantasyland, a place where any dream can come true. Fly over London with Peter Pan. Set sail on It's a Small World. Take a trip under the sea with the Little Mermaid. Or be our guest at an enchanted feast in the Beast's castle. Whether you're a pixie, a princess, or just an everyday dreamer, there's always something special about Fantasyland.
Now we're going to be slowing down just a little bit. We have to make sure that that third train is out of the last station before we get in there. Well, let's see, we have a green light, so we're going to pick up a little speed here. So we'll be into Fantasyland Station here in just a minute or two. If you're also looking for Goofy or Donald or Minnie or Daisy today, they're also here at Fantasyland this afternoon. They're going to be just to the left-hand side of the train station at Pete's Sideshow. That's where you're going to find them today.
If you'll be riding trains as long as this old-timer, you may remember the day when the circus come to town on the local railroad. The circus is here. It's set up permanent headquarters as the Fantasyland Storybook Circus. This is the place to fly high with Dumbo, or join Goofy on the Barnstormer, a rollicking ride of circus acrobatics at Coaster Thrills. This station is also your gateway to the rest of Fantasyland and Tomorrowland. Now, please wait until the train has come to a complete stop. Gather your belongings and carry your clothes away from the platform before you start unfolding them. That way we can start loading up for the next leg of our trip. For those of you disembarking, please watch your steps. And thanks for traveling with us on the Walt Disney World Railroad. Join us again real soon. If you're staying aboard, our next stop is Main Street Station.
And again, folks, please stay seated until the train comes to a full stop. Or the words all clear when the train has stopped completely. Again, stay seated for me. Not quite good. All arms and legs in, please. And we are all aboard.
It looks like we're ready to embark on the next leg of our journey. Our destination is Main Street, USA. Now, everyone stay seated and keep your hands and arms, feet and legs inside the train at all times. Oh, and please keep an eye on your children.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
There are some who say that this steam train is a little old-fashioned, but for me, it's the only way to travel. Of course, there are those who prefer to hit the highway, and on the right, you just might spot some pint-sized drivers taking their first spin behind the wheel of the car. Getting from place to place is a big deal in Tomorrowland, where you might board a people mover, zip around on the Astro Orbiter, or book a flight across the galaxy at our busy starport in Space Mountain. Tomorrowland is truly a world on the move. Seems like a whole lot of new neighbors have been migrating in from all corners of the Milky Way. There's that rascally Experiment 626, better known as Stitch, always up to his usual antics. Buzz Lightyear is scouting for a few good space rangers. Even the monsters of Monstropolis have taken a shine to Tomorrowland. I hear those monsters are pretty funny. They're sure funny looking. Yep, the future is here today at the Magic Kingdom. And the future looks like a lot of fun. But after working on the railroad all the livelong day, it's nice to come home to good old Main Street, USA. Inspired by the small-town dreams of a young Walt Disney, a walk down Main Street is like stepping back into the early years of the 20th century. Of course.
And again, folks, we're just slowing down and stopping here for a second before the train in front of us leaves the station. So we've got to make sure that they're out of the way before we can go. And we just now had our clearance again. Now, I will remind you also that if you're looking for Mickey this afternoon when he's not in the parades and things, you're going to find Mickey at the Town Square Theater. That's just to the right of the train station when we come into Main Street. Mickey's getting ready for a magic show there today. So if you want to get an autograph and picture with Mickey, Town Square Theater, just to the right of the train station when we come into Main Street.
We've made a complete trip around the Magic Kingdom. For those of you who've been on board for the whole journey, thanks for putting up with me these past few days. If you're staying with us, we'll be headed for Frontierland next. Right now, please stay seated until our train comes to a complete stop. Then pick up your belongings and carefully step off the train. If you have strollers to unfold, please take them all the way beyond the platform so we can safely board passengers for the next leg of our journey. This is Main Street Station, Main Street, USA.
And again, folks, please stay seated until the train comes to a full stop. All of you knows where it's all clear when the train has stopped completely. On behalf of the engineers and conductors, we wish you a magical day here at the Magic Kingdom. And if we can help you, please let us know. Stay seated, please.
About to take a grand circle tour of the Magic Kingdom, with stops along the way at Frontierland and Fantasyland. Sit tight. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs well inside the train. We're leaving Main Street Station right now, so wave it goodbye. But if you stay on board long enough, sooner or later, you'll be back.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
For an old conductor like me, there's no better place to ride the rails than the Magic Kingdom. By the way, we're traveling on pure steam power. This old locomotive is descended from the mighty trains that powered the golden age of steam. And just like me, it's a little old-fashioned. Now, where else can you travel from the charm of Main Street, USA, to the untamed jungles of Africa, Asia, and South America? At the Magic Kingdom, anything is possible, and we're headed straight to the heart of Adventureland. It can get pretty wild in these parts, especially if you run into Captain Jack Sparrow. He's hiding out among those scurrilous pirates of the Caribbean. But whether you're boarding a boat for the Jungle Cruise or flying on Aladdin's magic carpets, when you visit Adventureland, bring an extra dose of bravery. As for me, I'll stay safe and sound right here aboard my train, if you don't mind. access to the Magic Kingdom, Frontierland. This outpost is home to the covered wagons, cowboys, and country bears. And we've got our own mountain range of exciting adventures. You might catch a runaway mine train at Big Thunder Mountain, or hop on over to Splash Mountain and join Brer Rabbit for a 50-foot drop straight down into the Briar Patch. We've reached Frontierland Station, everyone. So sit tight until we come to the complete stop. If you miss a blockade, next time there's holes all along the platform before you unfold. That'll help make room for the new passenger trains.
And again, folks, please stay seated until the train comes to a full stop. I'll give you those words all clear when the train has stopped completely. Stay seated, please. And we're all clear. Welcome to Frontierland.